Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Great Locks. I'm Gunther the Great, and today we're going to be looking at 9lokkNine's dreadlocks. He has some of the dopest freeform dreadlocks ever, and I just want to announce one more time, if you guys didn't see the last video, I'm actually having a baby with my wife. I'm not obviously pregnant. I'm not the one who's pregnant, but I helped with the, you guys know. Anyway, if you guys do want to see the pregnancy video of us finding out that we're pregnant, go click the link down below and go show support and go show some love. Yeah, just go check that out and you'll be able to see the whole experience on the Great family of what we are expecting, and you'll be able to see the whole progress of things because we're doing a little series. So go check that out. But other than that, guys, I want to show you guys 9lokkNine's dreadlocks, and it's gonna be really cool. Like I said, he does have freeform style of dreadlocks, but we'll touch on that a little bit later on in the video when we get into his actual method of getting dreadlocks, because a lot of people have confusion on how to get freeform style dreadlocks, or how to get your hair like The Weeknd, or how to get your hair like Bob Marley or Basquiat, and all these people who have freeform dreadlocks. And I'm gonna tell you guys how to get your hair like that. But before I actually tell you how to get your hair like his, now hair type is an easy indicator of how someone has started their dreadlocks, or I would say it just shores up or gives you more clarity on how they actually started their dreadlocks. And it's always good to know your hair type if you have dreadlocks or if you plan on getting them, because that really justifies what you can do with your dreadlocks or what you'd prefer to do. So if you don't know your hair type, please click the link down below that says what is my hair type, and it'll tell you everything you need to know. So guys, moving on to the method. When it comes to freeform dreadlocks, think of it this way: free form. So his hair is freely forming. So if you guys see these pictures, you see that his hair is very unique. Not a lot of people have their dreadlocks like this. And of course, he could have possibly started out with twisting with gel or a sponge rub, and then eventually just let it go, which we see a lot of people actually do that. But in this case, we don't know. He could have started out with any of those, but I'll tell you now that he just allows his hair to freely form. Free forming is exactly what you call it. It's allowing your hair to freely form. So all you're doing is literally washing your hair and allowing it to do its thing. And there are people out there who have neglect dreadlocks, that's what it's called. It's where they don't even wash their hair. They just allow it to do its own thing, and they're very, I guess you call it like organic, and that's just how they roll. But in this case, most people have freeform dreadlocks versus neglect, just because you can actually clean them. You want to have clean hair. And I'll tell you one thing about freeform dreadlocks: if you want freeform hair, it is super important for you to wash your hair and make sure that it's very clean. People don't think that freeform dreadlocks are clean. People don't even think regular dreadlocks are clean. But the thing is about dreadlocks, you have to have clean hair in order for it to lock up. Because think of this: if you know anything about grease or oils, it makes everything very slippery, and it doesn't want to grab onto anything because it's oily or greasy. When you wash your hair, you take out all that oil, and it allows your hair to cling together because it isn't oily and it isn't slippery. So think of it that way. Anytime you want to get dreadlocks, or anytime you're trying to promote your dreadlocks or help them to get better and mature faster, wash your hair. Keep on washing it and do minimal maintenance, because one thing that happens with, I would say especially with freeform dreadlocks, don't do any maintenance whatsoever if you want your hair to freeform, because like I said, it's just allowing your hair to freely form. So with that being said, wash your hair and keep on washing it. People will like hate on me for saying this, but if you wash your hair a lot, like if you wash it once a day, every single day of the week, you're gonna see yourself with freeform dreadlocks pretty quick. Now, let me tell you guys something, that if you have anything before a 3 hair type, like say if you have a 2C or anything below that, it's going to be quite hard to get freeform dreadlocks, or it's just going to look a little bit more messy. We've all seen Matt OX or Matt Ox, however you want to call it. We've seen how his hair is kind of freely formed with straight hair, and it looks just very matted. I mean, if you want to get your hair like that, then go ahead and do it. But it turns out, I wouldn't say a whole lot better, but I'll say it turns out a whole lot quicker with hair type from 3B all the way to the 4C. And I'll tell you this, with 4C hair type, it's going to lock up quicker than people that have a lower hair type. So with any style or maintenance of dreadlocks that you get, the tighter your curl pattern is, the quicker your hair is going to lock up. And that's just facts. That's how it's going to be. So hopefully that makes sense. If you wash your hair a lot, it's going to dry your hair out and allow it to be very clean and allow it to lock up quicker. But if you leave your hair with oils, there's just going to be so much more buildup, and nobody wants buildup. I'm going to tell you guys a shampoo that works perfect for dreadlocks to prevent buildup as well. But stay tuned for that. Now guys, moving on to the maintenance and how to actually do this. There is no maintenance whatsoever. So if you watch videos that say you have to do something in order to get freeform dreadlocks, most likely that's not the case. If you want to get freeform dreadlocks, you can just freely form and just wash your hair and allow it to lock up. But like I said, take into note, that if you have anything below a 3 hair type, it's not gonna lock up the way that I guess you would perceive in your head of freeform dreadlocks. And I'm telling you this now so that you don't feel pressured to actually do maintenance because your hair's not turning out the way that you would like it to. The thing about freeform dreadlocks, or dreadlocks in general, it takes time. You know, give it a couple months. If your hair doesn't look good, give it 2 months and then it'll start to look better. In any stage that you're at, if it's, you know, you're barely starting and you're only 1 week in, give it 2 months and then make a decision on what you're gonna do with your hair. Or say if you're 3 years in and your hair doesn't look that good, give it 2 months. And I think 2 months is a good time frame in order for your hair to develop and mature the way that you would like it to. Now moving on to the hairstyle that he wears pretty often, but not too often. He wears his hair into a pineapple quite a bit. And this is one of the reasons why we see his hair standing up the way that it is, because of the way that he pulls it up. Now one thing that I want to tell you guys about freeform dreadlocks, because you're not doing any maintenance, however you pull up your hair is going to start to be trained in order to stand up or lay down or be into a ponytail. However you hold up your hair, or if you pull back your hair in any way, and that's why there's people out there who have dreadlocks that don't tie them up or tie them back. And I feel like it's mostly in like the Rastafari community, to where they won't like tie their hair up, or there's just other people that won't tie up their hair because, not only because of this, but just because they don't tie up their hair. But I know that there's people out there who don't tie up their hair as well, just because they don't want it to get stuck into a position. Because if you constantly tie up your hair, even if it's for like a few days or a week, because I actually did tie 5 dreadlocks together, if you guys remember, I had rubber bands in my hair for only 5 days and it became a Congo. So that's essentially what's happening. And a Congo, for anybody who doesn't know, you're gonna have those with freeform dreadlocks. A Congo is essentially 2 or more dreadlocks into one dreadlock, with the individuals sticking out of the tip of that dreadlock. So long story short, why does his hair stand up like this and why is it formed like that is because he most likely held it up quite a bit. Not saying that he holds it up every single day, but with time, your hair will want to lock up in the position that it's held. So if you keep it down all the time, that's how it's gonna lay. If you pull it up all the time, that's how it's gonna stand. And one thing I'll tell you guys, a pointer right now, if your hair looks like it's very flat and it's down to your scalp and it just looks really weird and it's flat like I said, you can pull your hair up for, you know, a couple weeks or just a week or every other day, and your hair will start to train itself to stand up a little bit better and have more volume. Now guys, let's get into the product of the day, and this is my favorite shampoo hands down for dreadlocks, and it's just perfect. It cleans your scalp very well without any other products added into it, and it is the Neutrogena Tea Gel. Now this is perfect for buildup. It gets rid of buildup very easy, and it also prevents buildup. And this is a good shampoo to use, I would say even one every 2 days or every day if you need it. And I think it's good to cycle into your actual shampoo that you do use, or if you even make this your primary shampoo, it works perfect. And the reason the product of the day is shampoo is because that's the only product you need for freeform dreadlocks. And also there is another shampoo that works great, but you have to dilute it, and that is the Dr. Bronner shampoo. They have different scents as well. I've used the peppermint before and it works great, you just have to dilute it. But for buildup, I would definitely recommend the Tea Gel from Neutrogena, and it prevents your scalp from having buildup, and it just keeps your hair nice and clean, and it pushes a bunch of nutrients into your scalp and keeps you promoting hair growth the entire time. So I would definitely recommend it. I'm telling you, if you have dreadlocks, pick that up. If you even don't have dreadlocks, pick that up as well. It just keeps your scalp nice and healthy and nice and breathable. It's like doing an ACV rinse, but without all the extra products and figuring out the right measurements. But you guys, you can pick up the Tea Gel at greatlocks.com. So click that link down below, and Greatlocks has everything you need for your dreadlocks. If you're starting your dreadlocks or if you're trying to just maintain them, it literally just has all your hair needs. It's a one-stop shop for everything you need for your dreadlocks. So like I said, if you just want to mature up your dreadlocks, check out the website and you can find everything you need. If you need a crochet needle, if you need a dreadlock sponge, if you need, like I said, shampoo, it's all on the website. All these products have been used by, you know, thousands of other people, and it works great. So don't forget to go check that out, and also don't forget to go follow the Greatlocks Instagram. If you follow us and tag us, you can be featured on the page, the website, and even the channel when I do dreadlock reviews and any other reviews. Just don't forget to tag Greatlocks. I do want to remind you guys again, don't forget to go check out the family channel, and I appreciate if you do. And now, see you guys next time. Peace.